The time has arrived, and it's bringing with it a warning so powerful, it tears through the veil of the ordinary. This isn't just another whisper from the universe. It's a declaration, a message from the Pleiadians, the ancient watchers who have stood guard over Earth for millennia. They've chosen this moment for a reason, because something massive is about to unfold. What's coming over the next 3 days won't just be memorable. It will mark a pivotal shift for every soul living on this planet. This isn't a theory or some vague idea. The energies building right now carry the power to shake the foundations of our reality, to disrupt what we've known, to awaken what's been dormant, and to transform us in ways we've never experienced before. These forces, stirred by the deeper rhythms of the cosmos, aren't concerned with whether or not you're ready. They're moving through everything and everyone, seeping into your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, and the energetic spaces between. And that's why the Pleiadians are speaking now, raising their voice in a tone that can't be ignored. They're sounding the alarm because the window for preparation is closing fast. This isn't simply a period of change. It's a test, a prophecy in motion. It's a spiritual challenge calling us to rise, to evolve, and to shift into a higher state of consciousness. So what lies ahead in these coming days? How can we move through this threshold? Not in fear, but with a sense of alignment, clarity, and trust in the greater cosmic design. Stay close. We're about to explore the essence of the Pleiadians' message and what this call means for your destiny and for the destiny of all. Before we go deeper, take a moment to anchor yourself. Say it out loud or write it in the comments. I am ready. And if these messages resonate with your soul, if you find yourself awakened by their truth, your support means everything. With platforms making it harder to share this kind of wisdom, your encouragement, whether through a like, a share, or joining the community, helps this light continue to reach those who need it most. Time is moving swiftly now. Let's uncover the truth together before this moment slips away. Imagine Earth as a radiant orb, glowing in the vast darkness of the universe like a precious gem floating in a sea of stars. For ages, this gem has absorbed both the light of love and the shadows of fear. Its energy is in constant motion, shifting and changing as it journeys through the cosmic tides. The Pleiadians, who've been silently watching, have chosen now to speak because the balance is reaching a critical point. This isn't just another moment in the timeline. It's a turning point unlike anything we've faced before. Look to the skies, and you'll begin to understand. Just like a storm gathers in silence before its first flash of lightning, the universe has been aligning forces for something massive. Celestial bodies are taking their places like musicians preparing for a cosmic symphony. These aren't random motions. They are deliberate movements, ancient rhythms syncing together to raise Earth's vibration. It's like a divine performance tuning itself into harmony, and we are part of the orchestra. These next 3 days are like a fulcrum. Imagine the Earth standing on the edge of a scale, and this brief window of time will determine whether we lean into chaos or into healing. It's as if we're crossing a fragile bridge above rushing waters, and every step we take matters. The alignment of stars and planets is creating a gravitational pull, not just on the physical world, but on our inner world too. The emotional, the spiritual, the energetic, all of it is being stirred. The Pleiadians describe this as a cosmic convergence. Picture the universe as a giant clock, and right now, it's striking an extraordinary hour. Planetary alignments, surges in solar energy, and powerful frequencies are all converging, forming a cosmic wave. And waves, by nature, can carry you forward or knock you off your feet. That's why the Pleiadians urge us to pay attention. This wave is vast, and how it touches you will depend on your willingness to awaken, to align, and to respond with presence. This isn't just cosmic poetry. It's deeply personal. These frequencies affect more than the planet's magnetic field. They reach into the very core of your being, resonating with the pulse of the Earth and the collective heartbeat of all humanity. When these energies flow in, they stir something in us. You might feel it as strange dreams, emotional highs and lows, or even physical sensations like fatigue or restlessness. These are signs that your energy body is being recalibrated, responding to a deeper truth. Right now, humanity is standing at a crossroads. It's a soul-level decision point. Imagine standing in a garden that has grown both beauty and chaos. The flowers represent compassion, creativity, and unity. The weeds are fear, division, and stagnation. The universe is handing us tools, asking us to tend to the garden, not alone, but together. Because this isn't just about individual awakening, it's about collective evolution. The next 3 days are not ordinary. They are sacred. They are a portal, a bridge between what has been and what could be. Stepping through this moment requires more than action. It asks for clarity of heart and the courage to let go of what no longer aligns. The intensity of these energies might feel like standing in a storm just before the sky clears, but every crackle, every flicker, is part of the cleansing. The Pleiadians see this as a gift, a rare opportunity to press the reset button, to step forward into new timelines and new ways of being. Think of it like being handed a brand new canvas after years of painting over the same old image. You don't have to keep repeating the same brush strokes. You get to start again, fresh and free. But make no mistake, this is not the time to remain idle. This is not the time to sit back and wait. The Pleiadian message is a call to action. Just as a fire alarm compels you to move, this cosmic signal asks you to rise with purpose. Each of us has a role in this moment. Like an orchestra preparing for a sacred performance, every soul must tune their instrument, lift their voice, and play their part. You matter in this. Your choices matter. Your energy shapes the whole. The Pleiadians believe in our ability to meet this moment. They see us not as lost or broken, but as luminous threads in the fabric of the cosmos. Each thread has the power to strengthen the whole. Every choice you make, every intention you set, helps weave the reality we're all stepping into. This is the moment. The spotlight is on us. We can either shrink into the shadows of fear or step forward with the bravery of our true essence. What we do in these next few days will ripple far beyond what we can see. The future is not fixed. It's waiting on us to shape it. And energetically, something extraordinary is happening. Earth is vibrating like a sacred instrument being retuned. Imagine a giant harp, ancient and alive, with strings woven from frequencies that flow unseen. Over time, many of these strings have grown dull, disconnected, or misaligned. But now the universe is strumming them again, creating a powerful call for realignment. This is what we call a frequency shift. And it is no small thing. It's like hitting a reset button for the planet's energetic field. A rare event, one that changes everything. Energy is the invisible lifeblood of all creation. Just as the wind moves through trees or the tides shape the shore, energy moves through every part of life. And right now, the grid of energy that encircles our world, the unseen web that connects us all, is being rewired to allow higher frequencies to enter. These new vibrations are clearer, purer, and more aligned with the next evolution of our souls. This isn't science fiction or spiritual fantasy. It's a deep, undeniable transformation. It's the beginning of a new era, one where fear doesn't lead, where love isn't buried beneath distraction, and where awakening isn't just a possibility, but a necessity. You are here now for a reason. You chose to be part of this shift, and whether or not you felt it until this moment, your soul has known all along. So breathe, ground yourself, listen. The cosmic stage is set, the symphony has begun, and your presence here, in this exact moment, is not an accident. The shift we're going through isn't unfolding quietly. You can feel it, like that thick, charged stillness before a summer storm breaks. There's a certain electricity in the air, a subtle but powerful vibration moving through everything. It's as if Earth itself is inhaling deeply, bracing for a transformational exhale. These rising frequencies aren't just rippling across the planet. They're touching everything alive, reaching into the very cells of our bodies and stirring deep emotional currents. This is a change happening at our core, an energetic reconfiguration affecting us on levels we might not fully understand yet. Our bodies, like intricate galaxies made of countless cells, are beginning to resonate with this shift. As Earth's frequency continues to rise, the rhythm of life speeds up. We're being asked to move with a new cadence, one that is both exhilarating and unfamiliar. It can feel like standing in the first golden light of dawn after a long, cold night. Beautiful, hopeful, yet a little disorienting too. Like trying to dance to a tempo that's suddenly quicker, even though the song is the same. And it's not just internal. People everywhere are experiencing strange, often unexplainable physical sensations. Fatigue that doesn't make sense, restlessness that won't settle, or a buzzing sensation that seems to hum just beneath the skin. These aren't random discomforts. They're signs of realignment. It's as if our systems are rebooting, just like a computer does after a major upgrade. Our bodies are adjusting to a new vibration, syncing with the elevated frequencies that now pulse all around us. Emotionally, the shift might feel intense. It's like standing on the shoreline, watching waves of emotion crash over you, pulling out old fears, pain, and memories that were long buried. You might find yourself revisiting wounds you thought were healed. But this isn't punishment. It's release. The universe is urging you to drop the heavy emotional baggage you've carried for too long. You can't take it with you where you're going. And once it's gone, there's this feeling of lightness, like finally removing a heavy coat after trudging through a long, dark winter. This isn't just a personal transformation, it's collective. As the frequencies rise, it's as if a spotlight is being cast into all the forgotten corners. Things that have long been hidden are now coming to the surface. The fog is lifting, and we're seeing clearly for the first time, on a personal level and a global one. In our societies, long-concealed truths are starting to be revealed. Corruption, manipulation, and structures built on secrecy are unraveling. The systems that once operated in the shadows are being exposed, unable to hide in the brightness of this new energetic clarity. And the same is happening within. On a personal level, forgotten memories, buried traumas, and long-suppressed emotions are rising into the light. Imagine you've had a dusty box tucked away in the attic of your soul, filled with old letters and forgotten stories. Now the light is spilling in, illuminating what you'd rather not see but can no longer ignore. It's time to open that box, read the letters, feel the emotions, and let go. Not to relive the past, but to be free of its grip. Emotionally, this can feel like being caught in a storm. Some days you may feel lifted by a wave of inspiration, hopeful and full of possibility. Other days you might feel like you're drowning in uncertainty, revisiting old fears you thought were long gone. But this turbulence isn't chaos for the sake of chaos. It's cleansing. Picture a river clogged with fallen branches and debris. Over time, it slows down, its waters growing stagnant. Now imagine a powerful rainstorm washing it clean, sweeping away everything that no longer belongs. The river flows freely again. That's what this shift is doing for your spirit. On a planetary scale, what's happening is monumental. Earth itself seems to be tuning to a new vibration, like a great tuning fork being struck by cosmic hands. This new frequency is resonating through everything, every living being, every thought, every system. And it's inviting us, challenging us even, to attune ourselves as well. We're being given a fresh canvas after years of painting over the same tired story. The potential is vast, but the creation is in our hands. One of the biggest challenges right now is learning to rise above fear. As the veils fall and the truth surfaces, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Like a ship being tossed by stormy seas, you may feel untethered. But this isn't the end. This is the clearing that happens before the sunlight breaks through. Fear feeds on the unknown, on the shadows, but those shadows lose their power the moment we stop giving them our focus. The Pleiadians remind us that this fear is not the truth. It's just noise. We are being called not to hide from change, but to meet it with open arms. The universe is guiding us toward a brighter path, and we are not being abandoned. We are being prepared. With the unveiling of truths, both in the world and within ourselves, comes a quiet invitation to reflect. Not to point fingers or deny what's rising, but to turn inward and really look. It's like standing before a mirror, not just to fix your hair, but to look deep into your soul. What have you hidden from others? What have you hidden from yourself? This kind of introspection isn't always easy. It can feel like peeling an onion, one layer at a time, with tears falling along the way. But each layer peeled away brings you closer to clarity, to healing, and to your most authentic self. The frequency shift we're living through isn't the finale, it's a beginning. It's an open invitation to leave behind the noise of the old world and step into something new. A world built not on fear and illusion, but on truth, love, and unity. But this path forward asks something of us. It asks for our courage. It asks us to face not just the light, but also the shadow. To see it, to understand it, and to rise above it. Through all of this, you are not alone. The Pleiadians and other celestial beings are offering their guidance, gently reminding us that this is a rare and sacred opportunity. A moment to realign, not just individually, but collectively. The reset button has been pressed, and life as we know it is beginning to vibrate at a new and higher level. What we do next matters. What you create now matters. You are a note in the symphony of transformation that is now playing across the cosmos. The time to choose is now. And as we move through this powerful activation, these next 3 days serve as a sacred unfolding, a sequence of energetic preparation. Each day builds upon the last, like strokes on a canvas, painting a vision of the new world you're stepping into. The first day is about release. It's a deep cleansing of everything you no longer need, old beliefs, worn-out habits, and stagnant energy. Imagine standing at the edge of a wild, rushing river, ready to throw in everything that's been weighing you down. Emotionally, it might feel like a storm is passing through you. Memories may arise unexpectedly. You might cry or feel a physical release, like tingling or fatigue. But this is all part of the purification. Your body and soul are syncing with the larger cosmic clearing that is unfolding. Let the river carry away your burdens. Let the winds of change cleanse your spirit. The second day is for grounding. After the emotional and energetic storm of the first day, this is your moment to find stillness. Like the earth after the rain, it's time to root yourself in the present. Imagine yourself as a great tree, sending roots deep into the soil, drawing strength and nourishment from the earth itself. Your energy begins to stabilize. Emotionally, you might feel clearer, calmer. That inner compass that felt shaken the day before begins to point steadily again. Spend time connecting with your body, with nature, with your breath. Let the stillness hold you. This is your foundation, your center, your anchor in the midst of transformation. And then comes the third day, the day of creation. With the old cleared and the new foundation grounded, you now step into the sacred space of manifestation. This is where your vision begins to take shape. What do you want to create in this new world? What dream are you ready to bring to life? The energy is ripe for intention, for clarity, for bold imagining. You are no longer weighed down. You are rooted, clear, and empowered. And from this place, you can begin to shape your reality. One choice, one thought, one breath at a time. These 3 days are more than just a passage of time. They are a portal, a sacred transition from the old to the new. And as you walk this path, step by step, you are walking not just toward the future, but toward the most radiant, empowered, awakened version of yourself. This moment, this shift, is here to remind you of who you truly are and what you're capable of becoming. The universe isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be present, to be open, to be courageous enough to let go of what no longer fits and bold enough to step into something entirely new. The world is ready. Are you? You're being asked to step into alignment with your truest self, and as you do, you may notice something deeper beginning to take root. This is not just a moment of stillness. It's a time when your inner foundation is strengthening, preparing you for the journey ahead. Day 3 arrives not as an end, but as the dawn of something new. It's the day when everything you've released, everything you've grounded into, begins to take form through vision and manifestation. Picture yourself standing at the summit of a mountain. The world stretches out around you, wide open and brimming with possibilities. The air is crisp, the sky vast, and the horizon holds no limits. That's the energy of this moment, an invitation to dream without holding back, to see your life through a clear and fearless lens. Today, the energy of the universe is on your side, ready to receive the dreams you plant like seeds in fertile soil. This is not just about hope. It's about creation. Your thoughts, your desires, and your intentions hold magnetic power right now, drawing people, moments, and opportunities toward you like a gravitational field, fueled by your own heart. In this space, it's crucial to let your attention fall on what you truly want, not on what you fear. Focus not on what might go wrong, but on what could go beautifully right. Let yourself feel what it would be like to already be living the life you envision. Let gratitude and joy bloom in your heart as if it's already yours, because in many ways, it already is. There's something uplifting about this energy, something that makes you feel lighter, freer, more in tune with the limitless nature of your spirit. It's a day for tapping into your creative core, whether that means journaling your dreams, building a vision board, meditating on your future, or simply speaking your desires aloud. Do it. Speak them into existence with confidence and warmth. Imagine sending these dreams into the universe like rays of golden sunlight, trusting fully that they will return to you in forms more beautiful than you ever expected. These 3 days, the clearing, the grounding, and the visioning, are like chapters in a sacred story. Each one is essential to the next. Without the release of the first day, you wouldn't have created the space for what's coming. Without the grounding of the second, your dreams wouldn't have a strong enough foundation to grow. And without the visioning of the third, the work of the first 2 would feel incomplete. It's like building a house. You must clear the land, lay the foundation, and then finally, construct the home. Skipping any part would leave the structure unstable. The rhythm of this process mirrors the very rhythm of nature, of waves rising and falling, of breath moving in and out, of day giving way to night, and then returning to light. Day 1 released the weight. Day 2 rooted your truth, and Day 3 invites you to dream it all into being. These aren't just abstract steps. They are part of a sacred flow, and together they form a current strong enough to carry you into a brand new chapter. But this is not only a personal journey. What you're doing now echoes far beyond your own life. These shifts are part of a global transformation. 2025 is a threshold, and humanity is standing at its edge. Everyone who embraces this process becomes part of something much greater, a wave of awakening rippling across the planet. When you purge the old, stand in your truth, and envision a new world, you aren't just changing your own life. You're changing the collective energy of Earth. You are one drop in a rising ocean, helping to lift the tide for all. This is the role you've always been meant to play, not just as a witness to this time of change, but as a co-creator of the new world that's being born. A world built on love, integrity, connection, and purpose. Your vision contributes to that greater whole, helping to shape a future where harmony isn't just an ideal, but a lived reality. As you move through these days, know that you're not doing this alone. The universe is with you. The energies that guide this transformation are ancient, intelligent, and benevolent. You're being held in a space of great love, watched over by forces that understand the significance of this moment. Trust in that. Trust in yourself. You are part of something extraordinary, a turning point, not just for your story, but for the story of all humankind. The shift that's happening now reaches into the heart of the collective. It's as if the very fabric of our shared human consciousness is being rewoven. Think of humanity as a great and ancient quilt, stitched together from countless stories, beliefs, and cultures. Over time, parts of this quilt have frayed. Some seams have grown too tight, strained by tension. Others have unraveled completely. Now, it's as if skilled hands are moving through this tapestry, loosening what no longer serves and restitching it with threads of light, truth, and connection. This isn't just about individual growth. It's about planetary transformation. The fog is lifting. For centuries, humanity has been moving through layers of illusion, confusion, and distortion. But now, something is clearing. We're beginning to see ourselves and each other with more clarity. This awakening, though powerful, is not gentle. It acts like a mirror, showing us our brilliance, but also our shadow. And we must face that shadow. Think of a room that's been sealed shut for hundreds of years. Dust covers every surface. Cobwebs fill the corners. Forgotten objects are tucked away in the dark. But suddenly, the door bursts open. Light floods in. Everything hidden is illuminated. This is what's happening to the collective. Old systems, geopolitical, societal, environmental, are being exposed. Corruption, injustice, exploitation, truths we've buried or ignored, are being revealed. And while this might feel uncomfortable, even painful, it's part of the healing. Just like a wound must be cleaned before it can heal, humanity must face these truths before real change can begin. This might bring about unexpected unity. Communities rising together, drawn by a shared desire for justice, peace, and sustainability. Global movements focused on healing the earth, restoring fairness, dismantling harmful systems. These are not just ideas, they are the beginning of a new way forward. Picture rivers from different directions flowing into one mighty current, unstoppable and pure in its purpose. But not everyone will welcome this shift. Resistance will rise. Comfort often defends itself, even when that comfort is built on broken foundations. Some structures will cling tightly to outdated ways, unwilling to bend, and they may break. It's like an old tree refusing to move with the wind, its roots no longer holding strong. At the same time, Earth herself is responding. She's not just a backdrop to our human story. She is alive, conscious, and deeply intertwined with our evolution. These energetic shifts stir her too. Natural events like earthquakes and storms might increase, not as punishment, but as a release, a detox, a purging of long-held energies. It's her way of resetting, just as we are. And as she heals, we are being called to reconnect with her in new ways. More and more, people are feeling drawn to sustainable living, to honoring natural rhythms, to living in harmony with the planet instead of exploiting her. It's like Earth is whispering to us, asking us to walk with her instead of against her, to nurture rather than consume. This shift is also deeply personal. You may already be feeling it in your body, your mind, your soul. As the frequency rises, your entire being is adjusting. It can feel like tuning an old radio to a new station. There may be static, headaches, exhaustion, tingling, emotional waves. It's okay. These are signs that something within you is recalibrating. Emotionally, you might feel like you're on a roller coaster. One moment filled with joy, the next with sadness or anxiety. Don't ignore these emotions. They are messages. Old pain, past wounds, forgotten grief. It's all coming to the surface so it can finally be healed. Think of it as cleaning out a closet filled with memories. Things you've buried are asking to be seen, felt, and released. Even your dreams may become more vivid, full of symbols and guidance. Your soul is working through the shifts, even while you sleep. Amidst all of this, there's a profound invitation for spiritual growth. These energies can carry you to new levels of awareness, if you allow them to. Many are experiencing spontaneous awakenings, moments of clarity and peace, or a sudden knowing of their purpose. Intuition is heightening. Old dreams are resurfacing, new callings are emerging. It's like being handed a compass and realizing you always knew the way. You had just forgotten. You may feel pulled toward new spiritual practices. Meditation, energy work, being in nature. These things feel extra potent now. Not just soothing, but aligning. They help you tune yourself to this higher frequency, like becoming an instrument playing in harmony with the great symphony of the cosmos. Navigating all of this takes patience, grace, gentleness. You are in a sacred cocoon, undergoing the deepest kind of metamorphosis. Just like the caterpillar must dissolve before becoming a butterfly, you are transforming from the inside out. Trust this process. You are not who you were, and you are not yet who you will become. But in this moment, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Held, guided, becoming. We're in a powerful moment of transformation, and with that comes discomfort. But instead of resisting it, we're being called to honor it. The aches, the emotional waves, the fatigue, they're not signs that something is wrong. They're signals that growth is happening. If you're feeling tired, allow yourself to rest. If your emotions are rising to the surface, let them move through you without judgment. These sensations are your body and soul communicating with you, guiding you through the changes. Grounding yourself is especially important right now. Think of yourself as a tree, with roots extending deep into the earth. Whether you're practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, or simply spending time in nature, these grounding rituals help you stay anchored while energies swirl all around. You're not being tossed around aimlessly. There's purpose in all of this. Even when everything feels overwhelming, try to remember that what's happening is much bigger than the discomfort you're feeling in the moment. Every inner shift is part of a collective awakening, like puzzle pieces clicking into place to form a picture that's been waiting to be revealed. The doubts, the breakthroughs, the pain, the clarity. It's all part of something beautiful unfolding. The Pleiadians gently remind us that though this journey may feel challenging, it's ultimately a blessing. It's the opportunity to shed what no longer belongs to us and to embrace something greater, something more aligned with who we really are. It's a call to stand in our truth and to remember that we are co-creators of a new earth, not just passengers along for the ride. You're not walking this path alone. Millions of others are moving through these same energetic shifts, feeling many of the same things. And beyond that, the universe is walking beside you too, offering nudges, signs, and unwavering support every step of the way. This is not just a chapter of endings. It's a sacred invitation to begin again, to plant new seeds in soil that has been cleared for something greater. This is your moment to create a reality rooted in love, in truth, and in harmony. As we move through these transformative days, the Pleiadians, those loving cosmic guides who have watched over humanity for lifetimes, offer their wisdom. They describe this time as standing at the edge of a vast and beautiful ocean. The horizon ahead glows with promise. But to reach it, we must walk forward with intention, with courage, and with a willingness to prepare ourselves energetically and spiritually. Their guidance isn't just abstract. It's practical and grounded, like a compass pointing us toward alignment with the higher energies that are flowing into the planet. They invite us to begin with intention. One of the simplest yet most powerful things we can do right now is to write. Journaling is like whispering your dreams into the fabric of the universe. When you take the time to put your thoughts, goals, and hopes for 2025 onto paper, you're doing more than daydreaming. You're anchoring your visions into reality. These words become energetic blueprints, turning something abstract into something real. The Pleiadians encourage us to begin this process from a space of gratitude. Gratitude, they say, nourishes our intentions like sunlight feeds a blooming plant. When we remember what we're thankful for, we open our hearts, and from that place, we can dream even bigger. They also speak about the importance of clearing space, physically and emotionally. Our bodies and minds are reflections of the energy around us, And when our internal landscape is cluttered with toxicity, it becomes harder to rise into the frequencies that are trying to meet us. Cleansing doesn't have to be dramatic or extreme. Simple mindful shifts make a big difference. Choose foods that feel alive, fruits, vegetables, fresh water, and avoid things that dull your energy. The cleaner the internal stream, the smoother your energy can flow. Emotional detoxing is just as important. Let go of what you've been carrying. Maybe it's resentment, grief, fear, or anger. These emotions were never meant to live inside you forever. Allow yourself to cry, to speak your truth, to forgive. You can think of emotions as passing weather. Let them move through. When you release what no longer needs to stay, you make room for light to enter. To keep our inner energy aligned with the frequencies of the universe, the Pleiadians suggest a practice they call a frequency tune-up. It's a kind of meditation, simple but powerful. You don't need a long time, just 10 to 15 minutes of undisturbed quiet. Close your eyes and picture yourself as a receiver, like a radio tower connecting with the cosmos. A beam of golden light flows down from the heavens, entering the top of your head and flowing through your body, all the way down to your feet and into the earth. This light moves like a river, clearing blockages, smoothing energy, restoring balance. With every breath, you become more attuned, more vibrant, and more in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. You don't have to do this perfectly. Your intention is what matters most. The Pleiadians also remind us that unity and compassion are no longer optional. They are essential. These qualities act as sacred bridges, linking us not only to one another but also to the divine realms. The temptation to separate ourselves into categories, right or wrong, light or dark, us or them, is strong in times of stress, but this only deepens the illusion of separation. The truth is, we are one. We are all playing our part in a great symphony. And while discord may arise, harmony is always possible when we listen with our hearts and meet one another with kindness. Every small act of love matters. Each time you choose compassion over judgment, you become part of the healing. As we step through this energetic portal, the Pleiadians offer a glimpse of what lies ahead, what 2025 could become if we choose wisely. They describe a future full of quantum leaps in consciousness, in technology, and in healing. It's a vision that may feel like science fiction, yet it's rooted in possibility. Imagine a world where our advances in technology are not divorced from our spiritual evolution, but integrated with it, working together to uplift humanity instead of dividing it. New methods of healing may emerge, energy-based, heart-led, capable of restoring us in ways we've only dreamed of. We may find ourselves more connected to our intuition, our inner knowing becoming louder, clearer, more trusted. The walls that once separated the physical and spiritual worlds may begin to dissolve, allowing us to walk more fluidly between them. Humanity is like a great tree, its roots deepening into the earth, while its branches stretch ever higher into the stars. With balance, both can grow. With care, both can thrive. The earth herself is part of this transformation. There's potential for real, tangible environmental healing. Waters that have been polluted may be restored, forests regrow, ecosystems flourish. But it will take collective intention, reverence, and responsibility. The earth is ready to heal. She only asks that we treat her with the love and respect she's always deserved. A deeper connection to our cosmic family is also on the horizon. The Pleiadians speak of a time when humanity will no longer see beings from other dimensions and planets as distant, unfamiliar, or frightening, but as ancient allies. These beings carry wisdom, tools, and energy to help us evolve. The connection is already here. It's not about discovering something new. It's about remembering something we forgot. But for this reunion to take place, we must release fear. We must move past the limitations we've placed on ourselves and open our hearts to the vastness of the universe. Of course, the path ahead won't be without its challenges. The Pleiadians offer a gentle warning. If we resist these changes, whether through fear, greed, or the need to cling to outdated beliefs. We may delay the very transformation that's trying to help us. Like a river trying to flow past a dam, the water can't be stopped forever, but it can be turbulent. Resistance creates chaos, but even chaos can't stop what's meant to be. Evolution has momentum now, and it's not going to slow down. More than anything, the Pleiadians want us to believe in ourselves as much as they believe in us. They see the strength within humanity, the capacity to rise like a phoenix, to emerge from the ashes and create something breathtaking. But that belief must come from within too. The choices we make today will shape the world we wake up in tomorrow. As we move closer to 2025, let's walk forward with open hearts, with trust, and with a sense of shared purpose. This is not the end. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. And together we can co-create a new Earth, one built on love, harmony, truth, and a remembrance of who we really are.